welcome back to another video. In this video, we will continue our discussion on our topic why JavaScript is so popular, and I will try to answer this question by going through four aspects of this programming language. I've already covered history, philosophy, and power. In this video, we'll talk about market, which is job opportunities, what is average salaries, demanding roles, future, etc. So let's begin. Before diving into the salary stats, let's see first usage stats, which basically will influence the payment of this particular language, which is logical that if it is used more, it is recruited more, and it is paid more, right? The skill itself is very important if it's used more. Yeah. So the first stat is from the GitHub, which says, which is from GitHub's 2020 Octoverse report, which clearly sees a flat line, and it's on the top. So JavaScript is on the top for from almost 2014 to 2020. There's no competition, right? So that's great. And moving ahead for Stack Overflow data, according to the questions searched or maybe the questions posted, JavaScript is also on the top, and not only on the top, it has been on the top from 2010. And surprising thing is there is no other language that is getting closer until it's 2020, and even though Python is getting closer, it is not yet reached. So it's clearly very used, and not only it's a very happening language, you can say. Moving ahead, we have the data from Stack Overflow again, but this time it is the usage of the most used programming languages data. And according to this as well, the JavaScript tops with 64% of usage, along with HTML and CSS with 56. As you can see, the web development stack, as you can see on the top, according to 2020 developer survey, JavaScript also tops with 67% this time, and along with CSS and HTML with 63.1%. Again, in 2019 as well, JavaScript has topped with HTML and CSS. And as you can see, this SQL, Python, Java are almost interchanging and being there, but JavaScript has always maintained its top position since last 3, and it has been maintained by more years as well, but the fresh data is more important for us. Yeah. Now coming to the salary, the average web developer with JavaScript skills is prefer mode, and it is around 338,078, and which is a median, and it can go up to 825k, and it can come up to 131k. But for entry level developer, it is around 222k, which will go up to 507 if your company is good, and all that. And yeah, of course, any industry, more experience, more payment. In this industry, in this language also, it's true. For less than 1 year, as discussed, it is around 2 to 2k, which is 2.5 lakh almost. And for 1 to 4 years, it is 335k. For 5 to 9, it's 638 9. And after like 10 years, it will reach 6 figures, right? That happens. Now according to the location wise, as you can see, in India, there has been growth by 18% in Hyderabad, and in Bangalore it's 16%, in Maharashtra it's 11%, Maharashtra Mumbai, in Delhi it's 3%, in Pune it's 2%. But you can see the negative red sign, which means it has decreased in Chennai and Kolkata. So I don't know why, but if you are a developer, JavaScript developer, then you should surely look for jobs in these top cities of India. And according to the salaries given by famous recruiters of JavaScript web developers, we see Accenture with 473k, Cognizant with 367, with TCS 433, Infosys Limited with almost 4.23k, 4.23 lakh, and Cognizant Technology Solutions, another branch of Cognizant, maybe it will be 527k. And also Amazon it pays more because you know Amazon how big the company itself is, and how much it depends on web for its revenue. That's why the payment is also in six figures, and it's not only six figures, it's twice of six figures. This is 2 million. And some of the highly paid roles of JavaScript developers are front end, which is 4 to 4.5 lakh per annum. Web application developer, yes, it's around 2.8. JavaScript developer, absolute JavaScript developer will get around 4 plus LPA. UX designer, which is very trendy or role in this generation because everyone is want to give best experience to the user. That's why it's very much valuable. That's why it's 6 plus k, sorry, 6 plus lpa. Also web designer, it's around 2.53 lpa. Yeah, for UI it's 5 plus. For full stack developer, which is also very important nowadays considering that there are very less skilled full stack developers, it's around 5 plus. And also the DevOps engineer, which is very trendy nowadays as well because of the use cases it has. It has a lot of skills, it requires a lot of skills to be a DevOps engineer. Then why not they get paid more, right? Moving ahead, uh, we have lots of frameworks, uh, which only, for example, if you want to do a web development, there is no better option than JS. We continue this discussion of why there are so many frameworks and ahead in our why to learn Java video. But moving ahead, I brought this discussion because I want to talk about the future of this language. And when you see that in the web development itself, all the famous work frameworks are made for JavaScript, then why would this language go in any near future? That's the point I want to make. And also, the second reason why this language is going to be the future as well, because JavaScript as a term owned by Oracle, but it is maintained by ES, which is ECMAScript. Sorry, it is confirms the specification of ES, and this eventually the features of ES are determined by TC39. Now, what is 3C39? It is ECMA International Group of JavaScript Developers. Basically, they are JavaScript developers, but they are also implementers, academics, and more collaborating with the community to maintain and evolve the definition of JavaScript. Basically, they are developers itself who may be maintain the community of JavaScript, and they always take feedbacks from the real developers, and even they are the real developers, so they only bring the features which are more demanding, more stable, to make this language prosper by time. So future is in no danger. Now that's how we come to the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to not miss the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. We will catch you up in the next one.